Welcome to this week's live edition of the Firewire Show. And in this week's episode, we'll be looking at some tips for you content creators in the sense of gaming. So for you gamer creators, do not go anywhere because this week's live stream is for you. If you've got any questions about the stuff we talk about today, put them in the live feed. If you watch this on the replay, feel free to put your comments, your questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I see them. So do not go anywhere. You're going to get value from this video. Alright, so as a creator, as a gaming creator, there's something I've seen a lot of, and there's completely nothing wrong with it. It is just pure, just playing the game, and there is nothing wrong with that. But in this episode, I'm going to give you some strategies, some things to think about, in something that will help you grow your channels. Now, something I see loads of, and again, there's something wrong with it, is loads and loads of just not in walkthroughs, just playing the game, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a massive audience for people that just enjoy watching and playing the game. But I do feel personally, and feel free to put your thoughts in the comments below, and it just feels like every gamer creator is doing the same thing. They're all just like playing the favorite game, playing it for like 2 or 3 hours, hoping that a few people watch, and then gradually, they build their audience, they pull people from Twitch and blah blah blah, and that is cool and that's fine. But I just think, I don't know, I think especially, for those of you that I know personally, for those of you that I've came across, and for those of you I've just started watching, I just feel there's more you could do as a creator than just simply play the game. And there's something, you could still do that, but maybe there could be strategies that you could think about to pull people in. So something you might think about is maybe something that I feel requires a little bit of work and effort, but I think is a very good strategy to pull in new people and people that are also interested in the games that you're interested in, and that's gaming reviews. I think this is a great strategy, and do not go anywhere because I've got some little things you may not have thought about. But gaming reviews, I think, is the first step towards growing your gaming channel. I really think that's a really great way to grow your gaming channel, and something I think that is just so helpful is, put your point of view across, summarize, rate the game, talk about the game, tell people why they should play the game, but also, give your point of view on, why you think it's a good game. We've all got different views and opinions, and your viewers and new viewers, that people that relate to you, will find that interesting. They'll be like, you know what, that person has a very good view, I like what they say, and, they might be more inclined to think, I want to watch some more videos, this is quite interesting. And that's something you could think about. So you could start a playlist on just gaming reviews. So if I was going to start a YouTube channel, I would definitely think of that. I'll be thinking, right, I'm going to do my walkthroughs, my gameplays, and that's a strategy you could think of. So you could have a playlist just on gaming reviews and test it, see what it goes. Obviously, games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and all that sort of stuff are bound to have a larger audience. Minecraft is a massive one. And that is something that will definitely get people coming in. And obviously, while you're still doing that, or if you're having a couple of weeks when you're unsure which one you'll do a review on, or you're thinking that's a lot of effort, obviously you can still do your sort of gameplay videos. There's nothing wrong with that, because obviously loads of people find that awesome. And also, perhaps you could do a walkthrough. There's 2 strategies you could use, perhaps do them both over time. You could do a walkthrough of you just playing the game, but perhaps just the game, because I know sometimes it's nice just to watch the game and not have the person in it, and then sometimes it's nice to have the person in it taking the audience on an adventure. So I think that's also a very good strategy. So, and I know there's quite a few that have done that, and I personally really enjoy that. But test both strategies on different games and see which ones get the most most interaction, the most views, most comments, and stuff like that. And then something else you might want to test is, obviously you could be doing this live or recorded and edited, and then to make multiple videos you could have you could do your live walkthrough, your live gameplay, and then while you're doing that you could record that, and then a week or 2 later you could edit down a short version, and bam, that's another video, bam, that's another video. Or you could record you playing this And then you could do maybe a voiceover or record yourself talking about it, and you can make a game review while you're playing it. So, you know, you've got the footage there of you playing the game, you've recorded it, and then you can make a gaming review, and you could talk, you know, do a little voiceover as you're playing the game and talk about why you like the game. And that could be your point of view, or why you think, you know, bring something new to the table, why you think this is a game that people should play. If you're getting value so far from this video, smash the like button, consider subscribing, check out our merch, and we got loads of links to like this awesome microphone, the Zoom H1N, and other gear that we use here in the studio. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, check it out. And that goes to my next gaming strategy, so do not go anywhere. You're going to get value from this video. Alright. I'll explain later why my voice probably still sounds a little bit weird. Right, the next thing you could try is shorts. Now you could edit down clips of you playing it, or you could just sort of record on your phone, or you could go like, you know, the new Minecraft add-on, or the new Fortnite DLC and all this sort of stuff. And something else, and you could do little shorts now. And shorts do really well because obviously, you know, it's a very easy platform to jump on. There's far less people watching them than the overall content on YouTube. So it's a great way. Something I'm testing all the time. You probably notice on my channel, for example, I'm testing out just very short, you know, like 10-20 second tutorials on how to, you know, get better lighting or improve audio or setting up or explaining the different settings on the lens, that sort of thing. And I'm finding that's very helpful on both Insta Reels and Shorts. So that's a strategy you could use. And that's another strategy. You could perhaps take clips of your footage and put them on multiple platforms and see what sticks. You know, growing your community, growing your audience is all something that is definitely worth thinking about. Now, another thing that you could perhaps play with, and this is something as someone who does cameras and gear review and all that sort of jazz, is perhaps take people on journeys. Now, for those of you that I enjoy most, I really enjoy the journeys, you know, like we're saying, like the walkthroughs almost. And I know there's a couple of you that do it very well. You know, you take people on this journey, you're talking about, you know, why you like the game, but also you're sort of discussing and reacting to the game as you play, and that's really cool. I really like that. Something else you'd think about, as I've just said about gear, perhaps you could do like a little video, you know, sort of pointed at gamers, like, you know, maybe the new headphones you got, you could do a little video on them, the camera you're using, you could do like, I know, gaming keyboard, if you've just bought a new gaming laptop, a new gaming computer or gaming rig, that's something else you could think about. That's, you know, you could do like a little video on that, you know, as a gamer, you know, because, you know, it's sort of all interlinks, isn't it? As gamers will find that interesting in the sense of, you know, what rig or what's your specs, your laptop and that sort of jazz, or are you a PlayStation or Xbox person or Nintendo person? And, you know, there's all these sort of things you can do, and you could make videos, you know, still doing the bulk of your content, the walkthroughs and the gameplays, but just every sort of couple of weeks, maybe drop in like, you know, you just bought a new gaming controller, what's your thoughts on that? Your community may find that interesting and that sort of jazz. So these are all things to think about as a creator who makes gaming content. So just, you know, just start to think of widen your horizons. And, you know, I just want to emphasize again, wrong with just playing the game, and I know there's a massive audience there, but I just want you to think, and I want you guys to succeed. You know, it just feels like everyone's doing that. So, you know, how can you, you know, stand out in the crowd, maybe pull in a larger audience, pull in more people to your channel and think, oh, you know, this person does walkthrough and gameplay videos, but they also like talk about other stuff. I quite like that. That makes them sort of stand out. And perhaps you could do little journeys, like something I'm playing with at the minute actually is starting to make videos of like almost like little adventures, if you see what I mean, like, I don't know, how did you come about this new controller you got? You know, you broke your old one, you bought a new one, how does this compare to the old one? You know, little things like that people find interesting. I'll be watching a really cool channel at the moment. It's called something like The Cave or something. And he basically does content on old computers. And for those of you that know me personally, you know how much I love old computers. I have a massive Facebook group dedicated to it. And something I like about his content, which I find personally interesting, is everything's like an adventure. You know, if he's talking about a certain project a certain thing, certain computer, and then on certain videos he's perhaps sort of, you know, rebuilding them and stuff like that. But the way he does it is almost like a journey. So you could almost do that, like, you know, why did you get a certain game? Why did you get, you know, a certain set of headphones over the other ones? Why did he get that? And I think it's stuff like that people will probably find quite interesting. So it's sort of blog like, but at the same time it sort of pulls people onto this journey and makes your channel more sort of diverse and interesting, and just think, you know, that those you can think about. And it'd be interesting to see if anyone takes me up on this little idea. But it's just something I just wanted to share. I just think, you know, so many of you that I watch anyway come across awesome on camera, you know, have really good content, but it'd just be really nice to see other stuff, you know, like you know, something that gets mentioned on my channel. I do a lot of camera reviews and videos on specific cameras because they do well on my channel, but you know, my core audience, I watch my weekly content like, yes, Dave, we like that, but it'd be nice to see something else. So I'm starting to think as a creator, right, how can I, you know, keep my core people engaged and interested in what I'm doing, but also bringing in new people. So, you know, I'm testing different styles of videos, like, as I was saying earlier, about making videos that are more like adventures or maybe just a little bit of storytelling. You know, I'm not saying sit and reading a book. I just mean like, you know, rather than saying this microphone's great because of this, this, and this, you know, take on a journey like, oh yeah, you know, I really need a new microphone, you know, and then take people on a little journey. I'm just using this as an example of why people, you know, why people should get this microphone, why I like this microphone, blah blah blah. And you know, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing a video on that to do with microphones, coming out on Tuesday, and I've got another video coming out which is basically like a studio venture of just basically how I set up my videos. But rather than saying camera, plug, go, you know, like that, you know, as a proper tutorial, I'm sort of testing it as almost like a journey, almost like a little adventure, just to make it a bit more fun, see if you guys find it interesting. So basically what I'm getting at is, how can you make, think about why people should watch your content, why other gamers should watch your content over other people, and what can you bring to the table that perhaps you need. Some of you might be thinking, I don't know, how am I special? It's not about being that, it's just, you know, what other content could you produce within your niche that keeps being interesting. And for those of you, and I've talked to a couple of you recently that are struggling with ideas, you know, the things that you find interesting, type in YouTube and see what like subtitles come up on search, and instantly you've got 8-10 ideas there. And if you're really short of ideas, sometimes what I do, and it works, you know, it pulls in new people, it re-engages the core audience, and that is, you know, re-editing old videos. And I don't mean deleting or anything like that. Keep your good content, but see what content is working, in the sense of just click on your videos, go in your YouTube Studio app, you can see over the last 48 hours what videos are getting views. Perhaps you could take those videos, you know, go back on your computer, laptop, phone, wherever you made them, re-edit them, keep the original, because that's giving you views, that's pulling in audience. Don't touch that, leave that alone, but perhaps just take the footage or the edited copy, re-edit it, because obviously we're getting better all the time as editors, re-edit that content, and you know, repackage it with maybe a better thumbnail, maybe, you know, you've learned a bit more about YouTube, so you're coming up with better title ideas, and you're getting better at how to title a video. So sort of, you know, repackage it, repost it, and see what happens, and you'll probably find it will get as many views, if not more, and that's another video that's pulling people into your YouTube channel. That's something to think about, and that's something I do sometimes. You know, every sort of, I don't know, third or fourth video, if I'm struggling for ideas or I'm thinking, oh, I feel like I'm making the same thing, I just look at what you guys are enjoying at the minute, thinking, right, you know, that particular camera, that particular microphone or microphones in general, right, okay, I'm going to find my best video, and I think, I'll watch it and I think, it's all right, but I could edit that way better. And this is what I did on the video recently. And I took it back into my editing suite, re-edited it, added more B-roll, added a better, you know, a backing track because it didn't have one before. You know, it just made it more engaging and more interesting to watch. bam, it's going out into the universe of YouTube and see what happens. So there's lots of things you can do, and there's lots of ways to reignite your channel, pulling new people all the time. So question of the day then basically is, you know, what sort of content as a gamer do you make on your channel? I'd love to find out in the comments below. What sort of things do you make? Are you just happy with just doing walkthroughs and gameplays? And wrong with that. But just think, you know, has this sparked you thinking, yeah, you know what, Dave, you know, I might try some gaming reviews. I might do a random video on how to defeat a certain boss, you know, very specific things. Sometimes, because you got to remember, YouTube is a search engine, and quite often people type in, you know, how to get past a certain level, how to defeat a certain boss. I had a friend years ago who without even thinking really, he just made a few videos on how to find certain secrets on certain levels, and those videos blew up, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, because, you know, it was an answer to a very specific question. So perhaps you could throw them in as a short or just a short video. And it's amazing how those sort of things can blow out. And, you know, if you're unsure what direction to take your channel, you know, there's other things. I would hold off if it's completely separate from tech and gaming. Perhaps do a second channel, maybe come back to this channel, as I know some of you are. But if you got to remember the audience that are subscribed to your channel. Like, for example, if I started making, I don't know, gardening videos, the bulk of you guys were thinking, what's this got to do with filming and YouTube? You know, so just think about that sort of thing, and ultimately enjoy what you're doing. And if you don't take anything else from this video, I would ultimately say, look in your YouTube studio, see which videos are getting, you know, the most views in the last 48 hours to a week. See which videos are getting the most likes and comments, and being brutally honest. And this is the advice I should take myself. So if I watch this video at any point, Dave, take notice of this bullet point. See what content's doing best. Make more of that or similar content to that. Or if for whatever reason you can't do that, or you don't have the time, or you're just unsure if that's what you want to do, re-edit the damn video and repost it, and I guarantee you more views, because ultimately what's working on your channel is what's going to help you grow your channel long term. And it is a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You probably heard that loads around YouTube, but it's so true. Anyway, I hope this video gave you some sort of value. I'm Dave from TVR Creators. You can probably hear my voices going. This week I've had corona basically, and I'm at the end of that. I've now tested negative, which is awesome. But the aftermath has kicked in. I'm finding myself getting very tired in the evenings. Feel free to put in the comments below if any of you have had corona. I know most people have. And I'm finding, like, you know, if I talk too much, my voice starts going. Everything tastes the same. It's all that silliness. But I'm just trying to just get on with life, because I'm just, after about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days of sitting around, I got bored of that. So I've decided to just do what I can. Anyway, I hope you got value from today's video. I'm Dave from TVR Creators. I make weekly content on cameras and gear, and how to improve on YouTube is also the stuff we do. If you got value from any of this, hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you got value. Put in comments below what content you're thinking of doing, and we could perhaps start little conversations. And you know what? Have a great day and just enjoy what you're doing. And as always, guys, from me, Dave, I'm going before my voice goes. Check out our merch. You guys rock. Oh yeah.